Let's see, is ThyCompany here? Let's see if we are live. Receiving your content, your audience will see it in a moment. Get ready. Starting. You are live. It's my video. Alright, I think we are live. Hopefully. Alright, well, welcome everyone. This is ThyCompany here for another live stream. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to try to make a funny video where we read about bad reviews. And this first episode here is going to be about yeah, JFK Airport, pretty much. So we're reading the bad reviews that our people have written. So this is nothing like on our end. Um, so yeah, pretty much that. This is Richard's writing here. I might make a video of me picking on my neighbors. Alright, by the way, I am alive now. Alright, let me make sure my stream is good. I have my phone somewhere here. But yeah, we're going to be reading bad reviews from JFK. And I think we are good so far. He looks like it. Alright, JFK Airport, which is, I think, the busiest airport in the US. I think. And they kind of write these reviews randomly too as well. So here we go. Christian Holman writes 4 weeks ago. This airport's a total nightmare. From the moment you get off the plane and all the way through until you reach customs, personnel are screaming at you, hurrying you through the lines that they are constantly changing, opening, and closing. Everyone's completely confused. There is no proper signage, and people are getting upset and angry everywhere. Um, I mean, I'll tell you what. I can tell you about my time going through the airport. Um, and JFK, I mean, it is the busiest airport, so you can kind of, I guess, expect the crowds and all that. But when I went through there, first time going there was okay. We traveled, was it something like Charlotte to JFK, and just going through there, I mean, you do see people, but it doesn't seem like you're in a crowd, or at least from my experience. I guess it depends on where you are in the airport too, because I mean, if you go to where what's it called, the security when you first get in the airport, I mean, you got a lot of people there. Customs, when we were in customs going back into the U.S., I mean, it's like any other customs. Like in Charlotte, they have customs as well, and it was the same. So, I see, even the personnel seemed stressed and on the verge of tears. So, such mass confusion. When you finally get to your gate to continue your travels, they change you without any clear notice. It took at least an hour to go through this line, with many customs people just standing there, not making an effort to motion people in, even though they were open. In Barcelona, when they changed gates, personnel personally went around making sure everybody was informed. What is this? Ashamed to be an American. uh, this was the introduction when getting into America. So, yeah, basically this person was mad because it wasn't going through proper coordination. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna go check and see, make sure we're live. I don't know why we haven't gotten anybody yet. Let's see here. Because I know I'm using OBS Studio, and we're using, what's it called? Not OBS Studio. What is this called? Nope, that's not what I want. We used to do Streamlabs, I'm trying this OBS Studio right here. So that's pretty much what's going on. I'm going to open up my live stream right quick here on my phone. Make sure. Okay, everything seems to be fine. My voice sounds a little bit off, but the stream is going. All right, next review here. Amy Marrow. Thanks, Customs, for deciding to stop and check my luggage while I had a car waiting outside. Hope you enjoyed my dirty clothes. I'm a middle-aged American woman that just wanted to get home. Agent kept asking me where home was. Seriously, all the passengers to check, you choose me, really? I mean, is it Customs? She said. I mean, yeah, Customs randomly checks bags, from my understanding. I'm not sure though. Um, so staff genuinely couldn't care less. No apology for a 13-hour delay. No interest in helping, but seems to have a great time chatting amongst themselves. No care given. I mean, sometimes they kind of like that. Like, I know this one of my flights, a guy lost his phone, and they're like, whatever. You lost your phone, it's your property, you're the one supposed to be responsible. So, I mean, when traveling to airports, sometimes it feels like you kind of like you're on your own. Let's see, it was a ridiculous about the security check. I had a water bottle. Water inside was less than 100 milliliters with me when I crossed the security check. The checker said I cannot take it on the plane. I understand there are many different rules about the liquid, but all the airports had the choice to drink the water and then give the bottle back. It took only less than a minute to drink the water. Why do I need to wait in line again? Yeah, I mean, they pretty much want the bottle to be empty. Um, in some U.S. airports, like I know in Charlotte, um, sometimes you can get through if you're like liquid. It's not really liquid. Like it has to be like frozen, completely solid. Um, and like sometimes that goes through. Like I had a guy I knew who brought honey past security, and they basically took and confiscated all the honey, and everybody was mad. Okay, what is this? And then why do I need to give up my bottle just because I have no time to wait in line again? What is the problem about your airport? Why the passenger cannot drink it and pass directly after drinking? Yeah, very strange. Every experience from start to finish was absolute trash. From driving to the airport, crazy drivers everywhere. I mean, it's New York. I mean, I don't know what you would say about that. Till the service bars at the bars, or to the service at the bars before I flew out. Waited 20 minutes to get served until I had enough and went to the bar across the way. Trips to and from JFK are cheap for this reason, and they are not worth it. If I could rate them anywhere less than a star, I would. Uh, I would in a heartbeat, 1 out of 10, go to Newark Airport instead. Huh, interesting. My family and I arrived at JFK returning from a trip to Ireland and England. We got off the plane. We were presented with a line for clearing customs that stretched to mind-boggling proportions. The entire process was surreal in its absurdity. We were herded to line after line with barely any information of it or interaction with actual employees. We spent 2 hours in line missing our connecting flight, along with countless other travelers, and forcing us to wait 6 more hours for the next one. This was after already enduring a 6-hour transatlantic flight. Yeah, JFK. I mean, just because a lot of people there. I mean, you gotta like what we scheduled like a good 3.5 hours, 4 hours being in JFK. So I mean, yeah, like 4 hours. I think it would be like normal there. Um, The cause for this ridiculous day became apparent after we finally reached the end of our ordeal. While it took only about 10 seconds for us to be processed by customs, there were hundreds of people being bottlenecked through only two processing stations, while at least a dozen more were sitting unmanned. Uh, all this, all of this was for returning U.S. citizens to boot. I shuddered to think how long anyone with a foreign passport had to wait to make it through that madhouse. JFK is one of the busiest airports on the planet, and it's absolutely outrageous for them to leave their customs office running with a skeleton crew. Uh, Even if half of the empty process stations had been manned, we would have easily been on time for our flight. I'm going to make every effort to avoid connecting through JFK. Man, I mean, the average review here, I mean, it's a 3.7. So, I mean, you got more positive reviews than negative. And it was this like 10,000 reviews here. What is this? Sweet Candy. Worst airport in America. You have to sleep on the dirty floor when millions of people are walking. There's nowhere to sleep, and hotels are priced at least 100 a night. Probably has bed bugs like the rest of NYC. New York's very expensive. They forced me to throw out my really nice, expensive perfume at the security checkpoint because it was over a certain liter that you are not supposed to bring on board. I mean, you're supposed to check. Well, you're supposed to check in any like liquid things into your not carry-ons, but like when you check in your luggage. Um, their airports are stupid. I had to buy another set of expensive perfumes, cost me $50. Learn your lesson: never buy expensive fragrances, nor keep them in your carry-on when you travel through airports. Yeah, I mean, when you travel, you have to know like travel rules and all that. Traveling from the UK to US for 1 week to see family. They had us waiting for almost 3 hours on passport control, 10 stands and only one employee to man them, and 500 plus people walking in the queue. Management has to take some serious looks into this. If you plan on having connecting regional flight out of here, don't expect it to be a high priority to get out on time. Probably because of the 4 hour time limit there. Departure times was supposed to be at 4 with storms approaching, ended up 11th in line for takeoff, and then sat on the tarmac for over 2 hours, waiting for a route from air traffic control. Storm arrived, flight was delayed and canceled. Next flight Delta was at 10:30 p.m. the next day. Looked into renting a car just to drive the 6 hours to my destination, but they were all sold out. Ended up spending 20 plus hours in the airport and found the restrooms to be outdated in the various states of disrepair. Food cost is outrageously high, yeah. I know it's like, what, $15 for a sandwich or something like that. 11 for a 16-ounce beer, so like a can of beer. Upwards of $20 for a burger, yep. $5 for coffee. Everything is taxed at 10%. Majority of employees are unwilling to help or just outright rude. Uh, Once in the restroom, a cleaner was continuously yelling at women through the stalls to sit down to go pee, okay, flush, etc. while she was there cleaning. If your employee is actually focused on customer service rather than taking talking badly about their coworkers, sit down, go pee. Okay, first and last time flying for this joke of an airport, we avoid it at all cost. Airport authorities waiting 1.5 hours for the gate for a 10-hour flight is simply unacceptable. Taxes are sky high. Place is absolute nightmare. From the moment you get off the plane until the moment you leave, there are dogs sniffing you. I mean, yeah, that's typical. TSA is a whole different story. They are the meanest people. I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on who you have, to be honest. Like, I don't really. Well, when I went for JFK, TSA people were fine with me. Um, let's see. They always have a look of meanness on their face, and if you smile at them, they just look away. I don't recommend this. Okay. Somebody didn't have a good time with TSA. Let me check the live stream right quick. 15 minutes. Alright, well, if you all like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, family, and all that. See you all next time. Thank you for coming by to ThyCompany Gaming. See you all next time. Bye now.